Lesson: Identifying and preventing discriminatory practices in the workplace. Identifying and preventing discriminatory practices in the workplace is a critical responsibility for HR leaders. Understanding and navigating this complex landscape requires a nuanced approach that combines a theoretical understanding of employment law with practical strategies and tools. Discrimination in the workplace can manifest in various forms, including but not limited to race, gender, age, disability, and sexual orientation. It is crucial to recognize these forms of discrimination to foster a more equitable work environment and comply with international employment laws. One of the most effective ways to identify discriminatory practices is through rigorous data analysis. By examining hiring, promotion, and pay data, HR leaders can uncover patterns that might indicate discrimination. For example, if data reveals that a particular demographic is consistently underrepresented in leadership roles despite having the qualifications, this could suggest a discriminatory practice. Regular audits and reviews of HR processes and data should be conducted to ensure compliance with anti-discrimination laws. These audits can be facilitated using software tools designed to analyze workforce demographics and compensation metrics, providing actionable insights for HR leaders. Another practical tool is the implementation of anonymous reporting systems. These systems allow employees to report discriminatory practices without fear of retaliation. By ensuring anonymity, employees are more likely to come forward with their experiences, providing HR leaders with the information needed to address and rectify these issues. Furthermore, anonymous surveys and feedback mechanisms can be employed to gauge employee perceptions of discrimination within the organization. This feedback is invaluable for understanding the workplace culture and identifying areas where improvements are necessary. Frameworks, such as the Equal Employment Opportunity Commission guidelines, provide a structured approach to preventing workplace discrimination. These guidelines outline the necessary steps organizations should take to ensure compliance with anti-discrimination laws. For instance, the EEOC recommends that employers develop clear anti-discrimination policies, provide regular training to employees and managers, and establish procedures for handling complaints. These guidelines can serve as a blueprint for HR leaders to build a robust anti-discrimination strategy. Training programs focused on diversity, equity, and inclusion are essential for preventing discrimination. These programs should be tailored to the specific needs of the organization and delivered regularly to all employees. Training should cover the various forms of discrimination, the impact on individuals and the organization, and the legal ramifications. Role-playing exercises and scenario-based learning can be particularly effective in helping employees understand the importance of inclusivity and the consequences of discriminatory behavior. Additionally, training should emphasize bystander intervention strategies, empowering employees to intervene and report when they witness discrimination. Incorporating a diverse hiring panel is another practical step toward preventing discrimination. Diverse panels are less likely to be influenced by unconscious biases and can provide a broader perspective on candidate assessments. This approach not only helps in making fairer hiring decisions, but also promotes a culture of inclusivity within the organization. Furthermore, implementing standardized interview questions and evaluation criteria can reduce the influence of bias in the hiring process, ensuring that all candidates are assessed based on their skills and experience rather than personal characteristics. Case studies provide valuable insights into the successful implementation of anti-discrimination strategies. For example, a multinational corporation faced allegations of gender discrimination in its promotion practices. By conducting a thorough investigation and data analysis, the company identified a bias against promoting women to senior positions. As a corrective measure, the company implemented mandatory unconscious bias training for all managers and revised its promotion criteria to be more transparent and objective. Within a year, the company reported a significant increase in the number of women in leadership roles, demonstrating the effectiveness of these interventions. Statistics further emphasize the importance of addressing discriminatory practices. According to a study by the Harvard Business Review, diverse companies are 70% more likely to capture new markets. This statistic underscores the business case for diversity and the need for HR leaders to prioritize anti-discrimination efforts. Moreover, organizations that actively address discrimination tend to have higher employee satisfaction and retention rates, reducing turnover costs and enhancing organizational performance. Preventing discrimination also involves creating an inclusive organizational culture. This can be achieved by promoting open dialogue about diversity and inclusion, celebrating cultural differences, and recognizing the contributions of all employees. Leadership plays a pivotal role in setting the tone for inclusivity. Leaders should model inclusive behavior, demonstrate a commitment to diversity, and hold themselves accountable for creating a discrimination-free workplace. Regular town hall meetings or open forums can provide employees with the opportunity to express their views and contribute to the organization's diversity initiatives. Monitoring and evaluation are crucial components of any anti-discrimination strategy. HR leaders should establish clear metrics for assessing the effectiveness of their initiatives and regularly review these metrics to identify areas for improvement. This can include tracking the diversity of new hires, analyzing employee turnover rates by demographic, and measuring employee engagement and satisfaction through surveys. By continuously evaluating their efforts, organizations can adapt and refine their strategies to ensure they remain effective and aligned with best practices. Legal compliance is a fundamental aspect of preventing discrimination. HR leaders must stay informed about changes in employment law and ensure that their policies and practices comply with legal requirements. This includes understanding the nuances of international employment laws, as they can vary significantly between countries. Partnering with legal experts and staying updated through professional development courses can help HR leaders navigate the complexities of employment law and avoid potential legal pitfalls. In conclusion, identifying and preventing discriminatory practices in the workplace requires a multifaceted approach that combines data analysis, anonymous reporting systems, adherence to EEOC guidelines, and comprehensive training programs. By leveraging these tools and strategies, HR leaders can create a more equitable and inclusive work environment, enhancing employee satisfaction and organizational performance. Through continuous monitoring, evaluation, and legal compliance, organizations can effectively mitigate the risks associated with discrimination and foster a culture of diversity and inclusion.